Hello guys, hope you're doing well. My name's Matt and welcome to this weekly open. Today I've done my analysis on all 150 of these coins and I found the best setups for you guys to take. So I want to talk about a few of those. I've exactly found 3 great setups, 1 really good one. And I also want to give my view on Arbitrum since everyone's been talking about that lately. Before we get into the TA, I just want to say that this is not financial advice and you should only trade if you are experienced. So now let's get on to Arbitrum. I will just go through this real quick because I basically think that the 4 hourly is the most important chart here. There's not much more to talk about. I think that we're in this range on Arbitrum. We have this deviation here and now we are at the support. So basically all there is now to wait for is we either close below this green box or we close above. If we close below, I think Arbitrum is gonna go really low. And if we get back here and maybe close it 4 hourly above 1.28, we could look back up to the top of the range. But as long as we are down here at these support levels, it's not looking that great. If you are bullish on Arbitrum, I think it's a great level to buy, but just be really careful here because once we break this level, I think we're gonna go to at least 0.8 if we do break it down. Let's get on to the next coin. Which is Celer against both dollar and Bitcoin. I just want to say that if you are enjoying the video so far, just don't forget to leaving a like and you can also consider subscribing because it really helps us. So the first one I really like is XLM or Celer. It's great against USD and against Bitcoin. I'll talk about both the setups. Let's start talking about the USD pair. Basically on the weekly on XLM, you have this whole I guess range. This midpoint has been acting pretty well not lately. This touches in August, this one is in October. But anyway, we are now getting back into the range, meaning that this whole thing is a deviation. You also have this support here, which has also faked down. So you have a deviation here into this big deviation. Now we got back into the range. And if this week closes back in it, or like if we keep closing in the range, I think we could look at the higher levels in the range. So 0.14 is the price target, the main one, I think. Also, I would take some profits here if you want to take the trade, but keep in mind that we have not closed in the range yet. So there's still a chance that we just get rejected and go back down. So just be careful on this one. But I think that if you wait for some next closes or if you look into the daily charts, try to find an open here, maybe some consolidation or something like that. I think it's a great trade to take and I think you should really keep your eyes on this coin. Also XLM against Bitcoin. On the weekly, you have this wall with a huge deviation. This fake out, we've closed back above it, meaning that we should just look for some higher levels right now. And the most logical level to talk about right now is I think this one, the point some zeros and 450. This one, and the next one is the point some zeros and 5. Basically, this is your trade. I feel like if you were to open the trade against Bitcoin, your invalidation is a weekly close back below this support. Your take profit is this thing, which is RR of 2, but I think it's really likely to play out. And if we don't get rejected on the USD pair, I think it's basically 100% to play out, or like not 100, it's never 100%, but it's really likely. I really like this setup. I also think that if you were to open now into the USD pair, you can just wait for the weekly close back below the range and just target the top. This is a great trade. I think it's RR5, which is just amazing. Even if you were to target the midpoint, it's still RR3 and it's just a deviation. And I really like fake out setups because it's my best performing setups are the fake out setups. So yeah, that's basically about Celer or XLM. All right, so the next setup I want to talk about is Ape against the dollar and against Bitcoin. Also looks great against both. It's a bit more risky, I think, because just look at this. But I'll start talking about the dollar pair. So you basically have this whole weekly range. It's been ranging since June of last year. It's been a while. But we have this fake out here. Then we got back into the range, got consolidated around the midpoint, and then got back to support. And I think that as long as the support is holding us, it's a great opportunity to buy, in my opinion, because it's just the bottom of the range. And that's where you want to buy. Basically, the trade would look something like this. You open, not necessarily here. You can even set some orders to the real bottom of the range, which is a bit lower. But say we are opening right now, the setup is either this or I think the more logical target is this one. Then you just wait for some higher highs, higher lows, and maybe get back into the trades, or wait for a breakout of the range. But that's a while. That's gonna take a while, I think. But we are right now at support. It seems like we are rounding it seems like it's gonna make a rounded bottom, which is a great setup to take, and we could just start going up slowly and then just do big candle right here. This is the USD pair. I think this is the most important time frame. There's not much happening on the lower time frames right now. Not much happening. Just the weekly is the better one, I think. Now ape against Bitcoin. Look at this. Basically, you have this support. We are right now right at the support. So you can buy here, and your invalidation is just a few % below. Like it's I think a great trade to take just because of that reason. Basically, your setup looks something like this. You buy the support, and if the weekly closes below it, you just close the trade. If it goes up, you're in a trade from the bottom, like straight up at the bottom. Like you can't buy any lower if without being invalidated. So I think that's a pretty good one, especially considering the USD pair. But yeah, that's basically about it. The thing is that we are like straight at the support, so it's it might seem a bit risky. That is about Ape. Now I want to talk about Celer, Celer network. It's this setup. Basically, you have this line. This is the most important one on the chart. I think we have resistance here, fake out, and after the fake out you went way below. Yeah, I think it's just the most important one, and we broke above it, and now we are confirming it from above. So that means it should bounce us back above, and if it doesn't, it's a good opportunity to trade it, because even if it doesn't, you have a great invalidation point. It's way more % than on the other trades though, so be careful with that. But I think you would target at least this resistance. So the trade would look something like this. You wait for the weekly close below. That's on the USD pair. Now on the Bitcoin pair, we are also at support. So you have you can basically use the Bitcoin charts as invalidation also. So say we haven't closed the weekly below this support, but we have closed a weekly below this one. So why would you stay in the trade when Bitcoin is clearly gonna outperform? So you can just get out of it, and you're not gonna lose as much in dollars, because you have the invalidation on Bitcoin also. That is basically the way I trade. I usually have an invalidation on the USD pair and also on the Bitcoin pair, and when one of them doesn't work out, I just get out of the trade and try to find something else that could outperform Bitcoin. Yeah, so I think that is Celer network. You can look at it more closely. Just wanted to show you because these three coins, Stellar, Celer, and Ape, are the ones that I feel like are the most bullish ones right now, or they at least have the biggest potential to go back up from their supports. So I also I will talk about Link for like a minute. On the USD chart, we are still in this range, and as long as we are in the range, it's not really that great, or like it's just not like a huge candle. But I think I think a huge candle could come in the next few weeks, because like look at this range. We are ranging since when? Since May of 2022, which has been almost a year now, and we are still in the range. So either we break down from it or up from it, but either way, it's gonna be a huge candle. And I feel like Link is more likely to go up if the whole crypto market doesn't go way down. So if you are bullish on the crypto market, I think that just getting some Link and waiting for this type of a candle, like basically this, it's just a great trade to take, because it just looks great. Like looking at this range, I feel like it's just gonna go back up, and you're just gonna have this whole thing Link filled, and we're gonna find support around here. This is like what I think is gonna happen in the future, but I don't know if it's gonna be a few weeks or a few months or even more. But I just feel like this is a great setup. Also, against Bitcoin, we are at support right now, so there's no reason to worry about Link right now, or like to worry about it going way down, because you have clear invalidations on both the setups. And yeah, I think that's basically about it for Link. I just feel like you should keep an eye on it, because it could go way up in the next few months, say. Yeah, and that is basically all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like the video, and you can also consider subscribing. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.